All right. All right. What day is today? It is March 7th. It's going on March 8th. That's right. It's almost time for daylight savings here in California. It isn't in every state, but it is in a bunch of them. Let me get my glasses on right there. We go. Anyway, hopefully some guys come on. This is Friday night, and I'm going to talk tonight about why there is so much fighting going on here on the internet. Does Scientology have anything to do with it? Hey, love it. Hi. Thanks for coming on. Hi, Verity. Here I am, Friday night. That's right. Hi, Cricket Cinema. It's good to see you guys. Now watch this. Let me show you this. This is some new thing that they just popped on here. Lights. And you can make it brighter or brighter. Ooh, uh-oh. I don't know what happened there. Well, I see this is brighter. Anyway. Hi, guys. Hey, Demian Ward. All right. Ooh. Wait, I'm gonna turn that off. There you go, because then I can see your whole thing. Hi. It's Midnight with Magoo. That is correct. Hi, Christian. I like it better without the circle. I know. I'm going to do it tomorrow night probably, or, the next couple of nights I'll do it without the circle. Because I have to do it on YouTube, though. I don't know how to get this circle off. And I don't know how to get this big giant light. Oh, good. I got it. There, it went away. Hi, Karen. Hi, Christian. Hi, Linda Lou. All right. There you go. Linda Lou. That's good. I love all your nicknames. They're really fun. They're very, very fun. So, I don't know. I've been seeing lately just lots and lots of fighting on the internet. And I know I've talked about this many, many times. See, I got my nails done today. And these are for March. See? Because I'm part Irish. Hey, Dawn. Hi, Sierra Terry. Happy Friday. That's right. Happy Friday to all of you. So I'm English, Irish, German, Scottish, and part Welsh. So in honor of my Irish heritage, these are my nails. You can't really see them that well on this. They look better. I don't know. The light here is weird. Thank you. Love it. Anyway, in honor of my heritage, I'm doing my little fingers. Thank you, Linda Lou. I know, I like them too. It's a fun thing for me. It's one of the things that I love to do. I think I'm part Irish and German too. All right, there you go. I know, it's fun. We have a big mixture of people here. But years ago, in the 90s, my auditor had asked me to help him handle these evil critics that are on the internet, which is you guys. And I was too afraid to look on the internet, and he told me not to, and they'd put the net nanny on and all this other stuff. So I didn't, but I opened up the phony accounts for him, and then he did all of the, basically, just stirring the pot. The whole intention was to distract off of L. Ron Hubbard, the Church of Scientology, David Miscavige, any secrets they didn't want known. So whatever hot topic, and that's how you can always tell, because somebody will post a hot topic, and then all of a sudden you'll see they're talking about golf or tennis or, something else. It's just sort of like a nothing thing. And it goes from, well, wait a minute, what happened to that hot topic? And you can watch, and it's like whoever is the person that keeps generating the other topic, that's usually someone that's probably working with them or is a Scientologist, one or the other. So when I did it, it was only the top secret mafia. And they were like, that's what I call them. And they were like 4 or 5 people, OTs. That was it. And nobody else knew about it. And they didn't want anybody else on the internet at all. So they were really trying to shut down, and I think they still are, but it's not as bad as it was, I don't think. And who knows? Now the internet has gotten so big, it could be a lot of these fights are self-generated by just knuckleheads that are out there that like to create fighting. But I just wanted you to know their three goals are distract off of any hot topics, and then divide and conquer, get people fighting with each other. Because guess what? If they're fighting with each other, they're not talking about Scientology, are they? And the third one is just slime the area with any kind of junk at all, anything. One of the ones they used a lot was the anti-psych thing, because it was just something that they could spam over and over. I know you can say it isn't OSA, and I get that. I'm not saying it is or it isn't. I'm just saying that's I know that they do that. I know that. It isn't like maybe they do or I heard they do. I was part of that. I wasn't on doing the stuff on the internet, but I opened the account so my auditor could do it. I didn't know what he was doing, and he said, "I'm not going to tell you." And I said, "Why not?" And he said, "Because they'll get you in deposition. They'll keep you in deposition forever." So I was like, "Okay, no, I don't want to know that." So he was like, "All right, then I won't tell you." But so I know it isn't always OSA, but I'm just saying they definitely, I believe, have a good hand in it and keep stirring it. Absolutely. This is one particular individual that does this everywhere he goes. I believe that. I think that there's definitely that too. That's why I'm saying there's people that, they just dig. I don't know what it is, but their thing is fighting and putting other people down. And either way, like Jesse used to tell me, because they would really attack me when I first left in 2000. There was only 4 people speaking out with our names. And so they were pounding me like mad all day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And I'd get mad and I'd call Jesse and he'd say, "Step away from the stove." And it's such a great little expression because it's so simple, but it really is. Like Yachty used to tell me, he'd say, "The only thing we can't handle," and he was my auditor, the guy that got me to get into all this, "the only thing we can't handle is if someone says nothing, if no one will answer. There's nothing we can do. We can only keep posting shit until somebody finally responds." Okay, there are several troublemakers. I recently learned that there are counter protesters in various movements. Must be a higher BIE service? Okay. BLE? I'm not sure what that is, but some kind of where you hire them, I guess. Hireable. Okay, hireable. Yeah, that makes sense. It does. My thing is just that I'm talking about that because I know Scientology does it, and we know they stop free speech. We know that. I mean, I talked to you about the net nanny, and that's a thing years ago that they put on our computers at an event. I mean, that's how brainwashed we were. It was just sort of like we're at this event, and David Miscavige says the internet is happening in 2000, and we need to be on it. So go over to your computer and write out your story. And, I've told you the story about it, but, we all did it. And then they gave us the little disc and said, "Put this on your computer." And what was it? It was a thing that blocked out any facts they didn't want known for Scientologists, because Scientologists are really in the dark. That's really how they are. People think that they know a lot of stuff, but they don't. They can't look on the internet. If there's a TV show that comes out that's going to expose Scientology, it rapidly goes around. "Don't watch that show. Don't watch that show." Now, people now would go, "I would never listen to that. I would watch it." Of course, because you know enough stuff that you have critical thinking. But these are people like we got in before the internet. And the only way, like I said, that you can find out facts back then was if you went over to someone's house that was declared suppressive, which, by the way, if you haven't seen an SP declare, that's how they look. This is by the Church of Scientology. And it lists out a bunch of bullshit that they make up because everybody knows my crimes because I told them. So there you go. Do you know, is there is they still, I mean, do they still have the net nanny? That I don't know. And I'd like, that was the thing I wanted to ask you guys, if anybody here knows, or if you know of anybody who's newly out, if we can find out if they, I don't think so. I kind of don't think so, because I just think the world has moved on where it would, it was a period of time when nobody knew anything about the internet at all. You know what I mean? So it was easy to control us. But now people do know about the internet, and it'd be kind of like, put this on your computer. Why? No, I don't understand why you're ignoring me. I'm not. Where have I ignored you? Unless you're Bill Yachty. Brian, I don't see you saying anything. Okay, I'm looking from the top. StreamYard, love it. Verity, Cricket Cinema. Damian Ward, love it. Christian. Karen, hi Karen. Look at the little hand. Please all hit the like button. Thank you, love it. Sierra, hi Tori, happy Friday. Dawn, love it. Linda Lou, love the nails, thank you. All right, and Dawn is part Irish and German too. There you go. All right, we're still going 49ers for life. I read that. Love it. I read that. I love it again. Do you know, is there still the net nanny? Like I said, no. And then Brian, I don't understand why you're ignoring me. Where are you getting that from? Because you haven't said anything, and now you're saying that I'm ignoring you. No, I'm not. Christian, that's funny. My father put net nanny on my computer when I was a kid 30 years ago. Really? Yeah, it was about 30 years ago. It was a long time ago. It was when the internet came out. So it was right around, right, I think 2000. I think it was right around that time. So it would have been like 25 years ago. Hi, Laura P. Above. I already looked above and went through everything that's on there. Brian, just ask it again if you have a question that you want to ask. I'm not ignoring you, but I already went through every single thing that's on my computer, and there's nothing above. Professor Kakan, all right. Hi. YRB, comment. Protest signs, side 1. If my being here bothers you, side 2, the tech is not working. Good one. Very good. Think about it. You have doubts. Trust that. Very good. I know protest signs are really good. They really are. I really believe, because someone just has to see it once. They just have to catch a glimpse of it. And something like that, it's kind of like it goes in your head. It's not easy to get out. It's not. It really isn't. I mean, the ones where it's like Scientology is a cult, even though it's fun and you can go honk if you think Scientology is a cult. I like that. But other than that, you should have something that gets them to think a little bit more. Like, why can't you talk to me? The way out is the nearest door. You never know. I told you they used to have a thing called the HASI membership, which was the Hubbard Association of Scientology. Now it's the IAS. Miscavige changed it to the IAS. But Hubbard's thing was, it was like, I think $1,500 for a lifetime membership thing. Once IAS came out, that was it. They just wiped out HASI. So one time I went down L. Ron Hubbard Way and I got a Sea Org member, and I just said, what happened to the HASI membership? And I swear to God, normally they will never say anything to me. I mean, years ago they did, and you can see videos of that Drew has, where, we had long talks with different security guards and stuff like that. But this was a Sea Org member, and she stopped in her tracks and she went, HASI membership? like it took her back and it had her think for a minute, like, what did happen with the Hazy membership? It's like she knew, but it was a good question. Just saying hi. Love to see and hear you. Thank you. Now what, where? All right. Dawn, I didn't see your post either. Okay, thank you, Dawn. Because I thought, I went all the way to the top and came all the way back down. Repost. Okay, so repost means you need to say it again. Bo Beats velvet of a sheep suit. Okay. Hi, Tori. Question. What response or proof can you provide to those that claim you to be OSA? P.S. I don't think that. First of all, anyone who claims that I'm OSA, they have to prove I am. I don't have to prove that I am not. It's like I've already told way more than anybody told ever about OSA, with about the top secret mafia. And I have talked about it for 24 years. So what proof can you provide to those who claim to you to be OSA? They have to prove to me that I'm OSA. Show me where, what, how. I mean, I've been speaking out for 24 years. Just think about it. If you believe I'm OSA, find another person to talk to, because I'm not going to justify saying why I am. I'm not. I wasn't ever OSA staff. I was a public OT7, and my auditor asked me to help him and volunteer. And that's what I did for a short time, not for a long time. I mean, it really started, actually, I did it for over a long time, starting in 1979. I told you this, with Clearwater, Florida, and Richard Tenney was running for city commissioner. They had already screwed up Gabe Gazaris. And if you want to really hear a story about how bad Scientology is, Google Gabe Gazaris, because he was the mayor of Clearwater, and they got an attorney to go work with him, and basically, I don't even know what they did, but they slimed him to death, and he was, voted out of office. So then the next guy was Richard Tenney, who was a city commissioner wanting to become the mayor. And his whole program was Save Sparkling Clearwater, Stamp Out Scientology. And I had just moved there with a 2-year-old and my husband. And Milt Wolf said, look, you've got to handle it. And I'm like, me? I'm a mom. What are you talking about? Have the Sea Org handle it. And I've told this story many, many times. But anyway, long story short, that's where I started helping OSA, just because he said, we can't, because we did come here on a lie. And his whole program is their liars, don't trust them. So he said, you've got to do it, Tori. And, what can I say? I thought, all right, I'll try it. I'll try my best. I really didn't think I could do much, but I actually did quite a bit. And he ended up getting voted massively out of office. Not because of anything bad I did. I just talked to the people. And I kept telling Scientology, these are, even as much as they're against us, they're just people with a different viewpoint than you have. And if you talk to them, they'll understand. It's like they would go out and go, what are your overts? What are your crimes? Who did you murder today? That kind of thing. And people would just think they're nuts. And it does sound nuts. It does. Okay, so their Bo Beep's velvet Elvis sheep suit. You could take that to your friends who think I'm OSA and tell them they can come here and with their proof of that I'm OSA now. You know what I mean? I wasn't even OSA then, because I wasn't ever on staff, but I helped my auditor. as part of OSA. John Zena, hi, Tori. Bo Beeps, only OSA claims that Tori is OSA. Thank you. That's what I thought too, but I didn't really want to say it, but thank you, love it. Valerie Watkins, ooh, checking in from Florida. Hi, Valerie. It looks like you guys had fun tonight. Dave Gibbons, hey, hi, my friend from Scientology.net. Hello from Australia. Dave is from Australia and did get pretty high on the bridge and has helped a lot of people get out too, from my understanding. So that's good. I'm always glad to see him. He's a very fun guy. If you live around Australia, you should try to meet Dave. Last talk to you, Tori. This is from Professor Kakan. Last talk to you, Tori, on the way to Dr. Dank. Oh, I think I need to drop you an email. Wow. I haven't seen Dr. Dank. Well, I mean, he's dead now, but I haven't seen him since in the 90s, and even way early in the 90s, I think. I don't think I've been there in a really long time. That was at the Shaw Health Center, right? Yeah. Wow. Dr. Dank helped me a lot. I mean, a lot of people turned on him because a lot of people died under him. But I asked him, I said, why are all these people dying? What's the deal? And he said, come on to my office. And he knew I was pro-medicine because I take medicine for epilepsy. So he knew I was pro-medicine. And he said, look, I'm going to tell you something. You can't make someone take medicine. If they don't want to, and they're positive that they can handle it naturally, that's what they do. And he said, everyone who has come through the Shaw Health Center, who's tried to handle cancer naturally, and if you're in and you're listening to this, please understand this. Everyone who went through the Shaw Health Center trying to handle it naturally is dead. Some that had some medicine, some natural, some lived, some died. Those are our statistics. That's it. That's what he said. That's a fact. Okay, Bo Beeps. All right, love it, not true, but we can agree to disagree. Well, bring the proof, man, or woman, whoever you are. If to come here and say that, it's like me saying, well, you have to come here and tell us that you're not a murderer. We want to see the proof that you're not a murderer. It's like, hello, knock, knock, get with the program, we'd have to prove that you are. You don't have to prove that you aren't. Professor Kakan, 1972. Okay, that was a long time ago. 1972. Yeah, that was when my mom said, you got to get back on your medicine. That's when they were making me get off my medicine. They routed me out of the Sea Org and said, we don't take medicine. We're the top 10% of the planet. And I was 22 and thought, okay, I believed him. I thought, all right, Dianetics will fix it. And my mom kept calling me, thank God, and saved my life. She did. But that was back then. Do you see the repost? No, I don't see the repost. Why don't you repost it on the bottom? Because I don't see it on the top. Oh, here you go. Someone is playing games? Okay, I don't know. Allie, only good morning, good early morning. Good early morning. All right, good. And love it. Bo Beeps, you might be surprised who they have working for them. Amen on that one. I only read reposts, said Dawn. Okay. Cricket Cinema, yes, Brian. Okay, so Cricket Cinema, if you're saying yes, Brian, you're saying yes, Brian, to what? I mean, you see that he posted something. What did he post? Because so far he hasn't told me anything. He's just kind of said, I'm ignoring him, which I wasn't. I read you all the posts that are on my computer. And now he's saying someone's playing games, which I don't get why he can't just repost whatever is the question or the comment. It sounds like a giant distraction. Hello, what did I just tell you? One of the three things that are the OSA things, distract. So either post it, Brian, and show that you're really a person and you have a real question, or, don't. If you don't see it, Tori doesn't see it. Whoever you're saying is not posting, it may be something YouTube doesn't like. That's weird. Dylan Chatterton. Sup, sup, sup. It's Friday night. That's a sup. Holly Lewis. Brian is a troll. Hello, Mod. Sure seems like it. I don't think so. Yeah, we don't think so either. But you're sort of acting like it, just so you know. And that's it on it. Either repost the question. I'm done, reading things that you post, because you're not answering. You're not being responsible for the question. You're just blaming me, and that's not working. No one plays games here. True. Thanks, Holly. We wait and see, otherwise get attacked. No need for all caps. Ooh. Damian Ward, 96. I still don't fully understand staff. Are they testing center folks, staff, or Sea Org? That's a good question. Staff used to be, I'll tell you what staff used to be. They had 5 hour, 2.5 year contracts or 5-year contracts. Those people worked either days and they were off nights and weekends, or you worked nights and weekends and you were off. And anyway, they had both of those. They had 2 schedules. One was days from Monday to Friday, and you worked all day, and then you had the nights off and your weekends. Or the other people were on staff nights and weekends. And wait, am I saying the same thing? Anyway, you one way or the other, that's the way staff was. And they had 2.5 year contracts and 5-year contracts. Thank you, Dave. He said, nobody who has been paying attention thinks you're OSA. Thank you. I appreciate that. Dave has known me a long time. I mean, I've been speaking out for 24 years. And Dave has known me a lot of those years. He has. The other one, so that's staff, and the other one is Sea Org, which is the billion-year contract, 24/7, 7 days a week. You're on post working for the Church of Scientology, and they get $35 a week. I don't know how much staff gets, but it's not much more. And both of them are bad news. Thank you, Dave. Okay, so I hope that helps, Damien. If it doesn't, let me know. Agtamom, hi all. Hello. Professor Kakan. Milt Wolf, gag me with a spoon. Hey, I know. Believe me. 49ers for life. Tori being Osa would be the same crazy Twilight Zone story. LOL. It's so insane if you have been following Tori. Yeah, it's not like they don't do these undercover plant things that are for a long time, but I don't know anybody that's been an undercover plant for 24 years and exposed just about every corner of the Church of Scientology abuses. And I have. Because when I left, nobody was really speaking out about Way to Happiness, Narcanon, Criminon, volunteers, phony volunteers, fraud, abuse, child abuse, just all the Sea Org, being stuck in the Sea Org. I've made 1,000 videos about all that stuff. So you go look at my videos and watch them for a little bit and then come back. Okay, thank you, 49ers for life. Bo Beep Elvis. Blip, blip, blip. I'm not fair gamed. You are so uneducated on who I am and what has happened to me. I have been fair gamed. Like these people that are out here going, oh my God, this happened and that happened. It's like, I get it. When it happens to you, it's personal and it's upsetting. But when these people are under a year, most of them have been fair game for like a year. And it's bad, but it's not it's really bad when it's 24 years. And I had a good 8 years all by myself where they were flattening my tires, breaking into my house, stealing they erased my videos of all of my videos of my son, my family, my friends. I had gone to Flag and interviewed Sea Org. They erased all of that. All of the stuff that I'd done in Scientology that was on my computer, they erased. And when I say they, I mean Bill Yachty, because I know my husband wouldn't have let anybody else in. So I know Yachty came in going, I'll handle it, and basically erase stuff. And Yachty, I know you did it. And the fact that you're still on the internet is just unbelievable to me. It just is. That you because he knows just everything that you guys know and more. He knows everything. And he's still part of the Church of Scientology. And his wife died a couple of years ago now. Anyway, so me saying that I haven't been fair gamed is that's 100% lie. I mean, you can type in my name. They have a fucking whole section for Tori Chrisman and all filled with lies. That's fair game. If you don't know what fair game is, the fact that I haven't made any negative impact, you don't know anything about me. I have tons of people who have written me and thanked me because they left the Church of Scientology because of my videos, or my videos started helping them wake up. There's people from other cults now that have left the Jehovah's Witnesses, who they left and said, we started watching videos because of you. We started watching your videos and they were funny. And so we started watching them, and then we kept watching and we woke up, and now we're free. Thank you. So I have had literally, I would say hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people have acknowledged that I have helped them. So to say that I haven't made any negative impact, tell these people to come talk to me personally. I fucking hate people that come and go, they said this about you. Why don't you come to my house and talk to me about it? Or have your friends that are saying this about me, have them come to my house and talk to me, or call me. My phone number, you can type it in, Tori Chrisman, my phone number, and you can call me and talk to me. But they won't. I promise you, they won't, because that's what they do. And they are either you are or they are with OSA. That I can guarantee it, because that's what they do. I haven't made any impact on the Church of Scientology. Thank you very much. I'm glad to hear that. And I'm not fair game. Yeah, these are their arguments, and I didn't know how to restart that. Well, you know what, pal? You should look and learn a little bit more about Tori Chrisman before you come on and start saying shit like that, because that is flat out lies. And I've explained it many, many times in many of my videos and over many, many years. So anybody with any brains, if you watch that, you would go, okay, I get it. But to just jump on here, I don't even know you. I've never seen your Nick before. And now all of a sudden you're like, I'm avoiding you and this and that. And I don't know. And you've heard this stuff about me? No. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Go tell your friends to come on over or call me. I won't be holding my breath. Let's just say that. Okay, now Love It says exactly 49ers. Tori being Osa would be this crazy Twilight Zone story. It's so insane if you have been following Tori. Yeah, he obviously hasn't, and somebody's gotten to him, and he believed it. Tori, you need to bring back a lot of the old protest people from 1 year ago. They have turned on each other. They were the strongest group. Help them come back. We need them all back. I know, Cheryl. I hear you. I mean, that's why I'm making this video. It's kind of like to let people know, it is never, you're not ever helping anyone fighting with each other. The only people you're helping is the Office of Special Affairs or someone with a very bad ego who, that's it. There's no one that you're going to help go, wow, I never knew that about that cult, or I never understood that, or wow, let me go look at this thread or this link or anything. It's not educational at all. And wow, did I just get 2 members? I think I got my first members because I think I signed up for memberships and it looks like I have a member. Oh my God. June LTS. Thank you. You're my very first member. And Christian. Good. Wow, that is exciting. That's really exciting for me because this is a brand new thing for me to have members. And thank you so much for becoming a member. That's cool. All right. Okay, so let me let me keep up, but thank you very much. Okay. I know, Cheryl, me saying to me, I need to bring them back. I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky. I'm friends with them, but each person is going to do what they're going to do. I've been trying to think of a way where we could kind of all come back together, and I thought maybe I should start my parties again and have those guys, because if they could talk to each other, oh my God, there's another member. Oh, how fun. Christian. Oh my goodness. Wait a second. Heart Healer 44 is a member. Fantastic. Thank you. Oh, that's exciting. It's really exciting for me because see, they didn't know. I didn't know. They didn't send me a thing saying, "Okay, now you can have members." I mean, I was working with someone and they were helping me set it up, but she said, "Yeah, you just have to wait, and then they'll send you an email saying you can have members." So I was going to announce it when I knew it, but I didn't know it, and yeah, I guess you guys found out. I don't really know how you found out. But if you can, tell me how you found out. Does it say it, or did they send you a message, or how do you know? Thanks for the love, Tori. Dave, you are in my heart forever. I mean, honestly, I dearly, dearly love you. You brought so much joy for me when there weren't a lot of people that did that. I mean, it was, it was a small little knit group of people we had in Scientology.net, the chat group. And I remember this was a really fun thing because back then they would have, like now Scientology is like all over the place, right? So you see different things here and there. But back then it was very low key. They really had it down. The media were really afraid of saying anything about Scientology. So we would hear, "Ooh, they're going to do something, on CNN or something like that." And Dave Gibbons, and he would come on because he's in Australia. He would come on at 2 a.m. So we'd wait until he'd come on, which was like 9 a.m. his time. And he would give us the inside scoop on the next day. It was like, oh, all right, they're going to do something. It was so exciting to just have something get exposed. I mean, that was during the first 8 years before Anonymous took them on. Nobody, the media they would interview me all the time for like an hour, but the interview would be cut down to probably 15 minutes. And I was about 5 of those 15 minutes. And the rest of it was Tom Cruise or somebody else. And so, it was really tricky back then. And Dave, you meant so much to us. We really did. You've always been a joy. So thank you for your love. Okay, now let's see. Thank you, Dawn. Okay, so sup, Brian. Okay. So knock it off, please. Yeah. Okay, no one plays games here. True. Thanks, Holly. We wait and see. Otherwise, we get attacked. No need for all caps. Ooh, I'm so excited. I have members. That's really fun for me. So I think I have 3 different levels of memberships we set up. So I'll have to check and see what you guys signed up for. I don't know how that works. Um, okay, so you got the staff thing, I think. If you didn't, let me know. If ever I explain something and then you still go, I still don't get it, it's fine to just say, I still don't get it. And just say which part of it you don't get. Gag me with the spoon for Milt Wolf. Okay, so let me keep going down here. Shaw Health Center. Wow, man, that's old days. Liz S. Cheryl Collier. Yeah, that was once upon a time ago, though. TBH, I never see them coming back. That was once a long time ago. I'm not sure what she said. Let me look up. Liz said Cheryl Collier. All right, so let's look at what Cheryl Collier said. Tori, you need to bring back. Oh yeah, bring back the guys. Okay, they were the strongest group. Help them come back. It's it's like people are going to do what they're going to do, and I honestly I don't know how I would help get them to come back. They're all kind of, unfortunately, a lot of them are fighting at this time, and or at least like Aaron is in Clearwater, so he's kind of doing the Clearwater thing and online. DOA is busy doing his thing. I don't know. So different people are, like he and I forget her, his girlfriend, they broke up. So anyway, I have been following you for many years, Tori. I adore you and don't believe them, but needed some help in my argument against that narrative. Well, you can just say one, she can say to you, okay, come prove to me that you're not a murderer or, whatever, any kind of horrible thing, prove to me you're not OSA. Do you know what I mean? How do I know you're not OSA? Well, you prove to me. And you'd say, no, I don't have to prove to you. You prove to me, that kind of thing. It goes around and around. The fact that they don't think I've been fair game tells me, A, they're either OSA, because OSA has absolutely fair game me for 24 years. They put my phone number and my name on a porn site and had porn people call me. And this guy, Truth Seeker, had been writing lie after lie after lie about me, thousands of lies, and I'm not exaggerating. And finally, they put my name on a porn site, said, for a good time, call Tori. And it was all this shit that I would do, half of it I'd never even heard of. And these porn guys started calling me. And I realized at first they sound a little bit like somebody when they first leave Scientology, because I think Scientology scares people so much about me, especially like, don't talk to Tori. She's really insane or she's really crazy or whatever. So they'd be kind of like, hello, kind of fearful themselves. And I'd think, oh, it's somebody leaving. And then I'd realize, no, that isn't it. And I'd say, look, I left the cult. And this is part of what they do. They put that post up there. I am not who you're looking for, and good luck in your hunt. And that would be it. But finally, I had some computer geek friends that helped me. And I told them about it. And they said, see if you can get a URL. So I asked this one guy, can you give me a URL? And he goes, sure. And he gave it to me. I copy pasted it, brought it over to IRC, which was an online kind of thing with a group. And they came back in under 3 minutes and they said, you're not going to believe it. And I said, what? And they said, the same computer for Truth Seeker is the exact same computer for a good time called Tori. And I said, really? And I said, what do I do? And they said, call the police. It's a federal crime. So I called the Burbank police, which I had been making a paper trail. Every time they fair game me, I write it up to the Burbank police. So they have records of all this shit. And so I called them, and and they came over, policemen came over, and I showed them all the shit that Truth Seeker had written about me, pages and pages and pages. I showed them the facts that the computer guys had sent me, that they're from the same computers, and he wrote up a police report. And I said, what are we going to do with this? And he said, we're going to put it here and there and there. We put it on ARS, Google, all over the place. And that guy vanished forever. And I knew that proved it was OSA, because if it wasn't OSA, he would just keep doing it. Do you know what I mean? He wouldn't vanish. So they've done a lot of fair game for me, believe me. So I'm glad you've been following me. And, my suggestion is tell them to either take a hike or, come talk to me personally, or go watch my videos and find out for themselves, do some research. Anybody can say, oh, you're this, oh, you're that. It's like, okay, what's the proof? We need the good ones back. Okay, Cheryl, well, you get them back. Linda Lou, many in that group need to learn critical thinking and individual thinking. Okay, easy to say. Christian, love the Dr. Drew interview you did from 2008 that Mark Bunker just reposted. Oh, good. All right, I'll have to watch it. T, all right, from Perth, Scientology audit. Cool. Hey, nice hearts. Professor Kakan, you were 22 and cute as a button. You still are. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that was a wild time back then. It really was. You were there back when things were really crazy. I mean, it was honestly, and it's hard for people now, I know, and I get it because I lived through it changing so much. But back in those old days, it was fun. I mean, we had a good time. We really did. So it was a different time. Only, Lovett said, only OSA or people who work for them, counter-protesters and trolls, claim that Tory is OSA. It makes it easier to spot them. They're chaos makers. True. Yeah, it's like that's the first time somebody's come on here, I think, since I started the live stream. I don't think anybody's come on here and said that. So that's the first. And another first is my members. Welcome to my members. All right, that's right. I just remembered. Wait. Ooh, wait, I have to go back up. Oh, now they're not there. I don't see them. I don't know quite how to do that because I think once they're members, they're supposed to be in a color. Adam. Okay, thanks for the love, Tori. Adam, if OSA ever asked me what my crimes are, I would tell them my crime is starting a mind control cult in the 50s. Did you start one? They did, yeah. Professor Kakan, yes. Shaw Health Center. Okay, yeah. All right, so we've been through these. Okay, let me just get down here. My not true comment was meant for Lovett. Claim that only OSA is calling you OSA. Well, I mean, who else is going to, if you really think about it? She's right. I mean, nobody comes in my face and says, we think you're OSA. Come on over. I mean, really. Brian was timed out. We thank him for his service of showing OSA tactics, though. Good one. Good one. That's funny. Day and foundation. Oh, yeah, that's right. Thank you, Dave. That's right. It's day and foundation. That's right. So the day is all day, Monday to Friday, right? And then the foundation is nights and weekends. That's right. Thank you. Thank you. I forgot about that. Every time I forget something that's Scientology, I'm so happy. Oh, look. Wow. One gift. What did I get? I gifted Tori a membership. Thank you, Peapod. That's sweet. Thank you very much. And Carly Lee, Texas, I think, gifted 5 Tori memberships. Wow, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate you guys. The only thing I don't get is that your names, I don't see them in green. And I think she said that they would be green. They would turn up, like if you posted. So maybe post and see if it goes green. Let's see, one of you. All right. Okay. Oh, good. All right. Okay, here's something Dave is explaining, I think, or somebody else. Damn. Okay. No, it's Professor Kakan. Okay. Day staff was supposed to do training nights and weekends. Oh, foundation's supposed to do training weekdays. Moonlighting was discouraged, but lots of staff had to pay rent and buy food. Yeah, I mean, they really that was not happening. That's like Sea Org schedule, and that didn't work for staff because they're not, the Sea Org, they get fed by the church and they have birthing by the church. So they don't have rent, stuff like that. But staff people live in either an apartment or a house and they have to pay rent and they have to get food and everything else. So no, it didn't work that way where they, what you're saying, Professor Kakan. No, because they had to work the opposite of when they were on staff. At least everybody I knew. Charles Patrick, the car rear view mirror thing they did to you was so strange. That was another fair game thing. Thank you, Charles, for reminding me. Yeah, where they sprayed half my rear view mirror. And that was a good one because, see, there I realized I've got to bring my community into this. And if you're active, it's a very good thing to do. I let my neighbors know. And then once they started picking on my car, like they flattened my tires and they were just doing shit to my car. So I thought, all right, I'm going to go to Pep Boys. And I asked for a person and I said, I explained Scientology, that I'd escaped out. I explained fair game. And I said, look, they're doing shit to my car. And I don't know if it's a gang or them. And he said, okay, if something happens, bring it over. I'll look. And I said, okay. So I had his name and I go to work. And I come out one day and half of my rear view mirror is sprayed pink, a bright pink. And I think, okay, that's weird. Would a gang break in your car and spray half of your rear view mirror pink? I don't think so. So it seemed like it was the Church of Scientology because that is something they would do just to irritate you. It's like gaslighting. So I'm driving along and it falls off. So I think, all right, that's it. I go over to Pep Boys. I get the guy. I go, come on out. I want you to look. And he opens the door. He goes, all right, I'll look. And I go, okay. And he opens the door. He shuts the door. He goes, it's the Church of Scientology. And I go, how do you know? And he goes, okay, first of all, you have a really good radio and a real gang would have stolen your radio. And don't get any ideas, Osa, because believe me, if you steal my radio, you will have the police after you. And the FBI. But he said also you have bags in the back of your car and they didn't take those and a gang would have. So it's the church. So that was, thank you for reminding me though. That was another very weird one. I've had a lot of them, but those were 2 good ones. So many people have commented here thanking Tori for helping them get out of the cult. Oh, thank you. Love it. It's true. I mean, I wish I had copied all of the different things that people have written me some wonderful, just amazing things. Another one that I love was I was protesting with Anonymous, and you may have heard this, but I don't care. I love telling it. I was protesting with Anonymous. They were all down L. Ron Hubbard Way, with their masks on and all in black. And I'm out there with them with the Stop Hurting Families, my sign, my stop sign. And that night I come home and this lady calls me up and she's crying really hard. And I say, can I ask you, like, what happened? And she goes, my daughter has been on staff at LA Org for years, and I've been trying to get her out, and I can't. And tonight she called me and she said, Mom, those kids are having so much fun across the street. Because Anonymous were really big on having fun. It was like they brought cake and they had music and they were dancing. And it was just sort of like, this is life. You know what I mean? Your life isn't your life. And she said, I look out the window and I realized I could be with them. I could be out there dancing. I'm done with Scientology. Come pick me up. And the mother just said, I can't thank you enough, and Anonymous. It was just so wonderful. It really was. It's such a wonderful thing when that happens. I've had many, many experiences with it. It's incredible. It really is. But thank you, Charles, for reminding me of that. And thank you, Love It. All right. Heart Healer, hi. Hey, Tori, always good to see you. XX greetings, illuminating the darkness of skillions. Jay Stevio, thank you. And Heart Healer, there you are. Hello there, Love It. Thank you for becoming a member, Heart Healer. Jay Stevio, still going strong. Magoo, always. That's my thing. All right, Love It. I'm okay. Hope you're doing well, Charles Patrick said. Liz S. Tori is. Thank you. I've been through a lot of shit. I mean, to have somebody come on and say, that, oh, my friends are saying you've never been fair gamed and you've never done anything to the church. Well, then why is it when I put my feet on the L. Ron Hubbard Way? Anonymous used to time it. They'd go like this. She shut him down in 3 minutes. I mean, and this was back when they had a lot of people on the street and they'd all vanish. It was just like, and I just stepped on L. Ron Hubbard Way. It was really weird. It was really, really weird. So if I've done nothing, they wouldn't think I was as dangerous as they do. I know plenty of people who were helped by Tori's videos. You helped them decide. Oh, thank you, Dave. Same for you, too. You've been a huge help. Professor Kakan, A.G. Pam Bondi is a useful idiot for Scientology. They have safe-pointed Pam Bondi. I don't know her. I don't think I've ever heard her. Ooh, I got to plug in my battery. It just popped up. All right. I think it's good now. Let me just check the battery. Okay. 19% available and it's plugged in. All right, good. Thank you, Dave. Thank you very much. I feel the same about you. I really do. And you should meet Sophie. Sophie's in New Zealand. So you guys should somehow meet up. You would like each other. You would. You should at least do a live thing. Hey, Tori, always good to see you. Okay. Thank you, Jay Stevio. All right. I'm okay. Hope you're doing well. Good. So Charles Patrick's doing well. All right. A.G. Pam Bandy is a useful idiot. Okay. Tori is old guard skillion buster. True. Dave Gibbons, exactly. All right. Wow, Christian, a new member. And it did turn green. Thank you. Wow, that's cool. I love that story. I think I tried to click on the star. Let's see. Show. Oh, there we go. Christian. Cool. And here's June LTS. Cool. All right. So awesome. Thanks for condensing all the info for me. I will send the naysayers here to watch this video, or perhaps they might grow a pair and ask their questions directly to you rather than me. Exactly. I mean, come on. That's just silliness asking you to do it. All right. Don't they have fair game playbook on handling Tori? I have walked down Hollywood Boulevard and literally, this is a true story. I never saw this kid before in my life. And he flips open his phone and he goes, I've got Tori Crispin here. And I look at him and I go, you don't even know me. And I look in the phone and I go, Gabino, go fuck yourself. I'm on a public sidewalk. And I can say that because I only said it once. I'm trying to be good with my Facebook thing. But anyway. They have Linda Lou, but they don't always stick to it. Oh, don't they have the fair game playbook? Yeah, they have all kinds of things that they try. It's like, my thing is if it's weird, like Jesse told me, if it's weird, it's probably Osa. For me. That's what he said. And he's pretty right. Okay. 25 things to silence Tori. Yeah. Yeah, they did do a 25-step program actually to muzzle Tori is what it was. That's what the actual quote was. The goal was to muzzle Tori. Way to go, Osa. That one really worked, didn't it? I think you can still look that up. It's on the internet. I know Tony Ortega has it. Well done. Congrats, Stevie O. Thank you and love it. Nice hearts. Like, subscribe, get notifications to all. Cool. Good. June LTS. Hi, Tori. Good to see you. I'm a little late tonight. No one's ever late at my site. That's good. As long as you're here, that's good. And even if you're here tomorrow, that's good. You can always make a comment because I read them all. Tori's smile only gets more beautiful. Aww. All right, Heart Healer, there you are. Here's another one of my new members. Woo! And here's another one. Kayla, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You guys are the best. I mean, it's very exciting for me because, like I said, I didn't even know I had members. I knew we'd set it up and put it into YouTube, but I didn't know it was okayed or anything. How did you guys know to become members? I mean, does it say something up there, become a member or something? Because honestly, I didn't know. It's a surprise for me. I know, that's good. Keila McDonald. Hey, everyone. Hi. Thank you for becoming a member. The Orits. Hey, hi, I remember you. Click on join unless you're on an iPhone, then it gets complicated. Really? I didn't know that. I think my timing is off on this, right? Like I'm saying something, but my lips, it's not going with my lips. I don't know how to fix that. But luckily let's see, Peapod, Tori, you are the best. Oh, thank you. I feel like you guys are. June, I know you mentioned members before, so I just looked when I came on and it went through. Ah, that's so cool. That's how she knew. Well, I'm glad. I need to watch that interview. Okay. Which interview You said Christian. I need to watch that interview. Okay. All right. And Dylan Chatterton. A join button shows up on your YouTube channel, so that's how they know. Okay. Charles, definitely check it out, Christian says. And there's Peapod. There she is, YouTube member. Okay, I believe I have been respectfully sorry for upsetting you. Nah, you didn't upset me. You didn't upset me. The fact that you bought these people's information and brought it here without doing any research, that's a little bit, just come on, man. You got to kind of realize that before you start criticizing someone, you should at least look into and learn a little bit about them. If it's forthright, then that's a different thing. But this wasn't. I believe I have been very respectful. Sorry for upsetting you. It was not my intent. I'm a girl, not a boy, by the way. Okay, well, thank you for that. And it didn't feel very respectful. Let's just say that. Because I don't think you've been on here before. And the first thing you have to say is that I'm Osa. And it was just a little unrespectful or disrespectful, in my opinion. But you didn't upset me. That's okay. Hopefully we cleared it up. You can do perks for members. Do you plan on doing any perks? I do, but I think they're written in the membership thing. So anyway, I'm evolving on it. Let's just say that. June LTS. I have an Android and I see a money button on top, right? That brings me to the memberships. Oh, cool. Cool. Well, that's new for me. Christian. I think W means welcome, right? For Peapod. I think Christian is saying that. I think. If not, you correct it. Okay, and the Orwitz question. Tori, you have a short bio and a big yellow Scientology handbook. Did you know any of the other people? And if they are still in or alive? Wait, you have a short bio and a big yellow Scientology handbook. Yeah, that's the What is Scientology book, I think. And I knew a lot of them. And a lot of them have left. So then right before I left, they made a very small magazine, which I still have. And I'll show it to you maybe the next time we do an interview. I'll show it to you. I've shown it before, but anyway, it's a magazine. And that same interview is in this magazine. And they said, we're going to get this out everywhere. And then I left and I happened to go into the Boston org with Bob Minton and Stacy Brooks and Jesse Prince. No, I don't think Jesse was with us. It was just Bob and Stacy and then Mark Bunker. And the girl that was in there knew me and said, Tori, hi, you're in the book. And she held up the book. And I thought, this is the first and the last time I'm ever going to see this book. I knew they'd never come out with it again because I'm leaving, right? I'd already escaped out. This was about a week after that. So I said, can I get a copy? And she said, sure, take it. So I took it. And then she said, what are you doing here? And I said, well, believe it or not, I'm here with kind of these big SPs and they're protesting. I'm not. I just wanted to come and talk to the staff and let you know about the internet and, kind of try to do my thing. Because at first I said, I'm not going to pick it. I'm not going to speak out. I'm not going to make videos. That worked. But like I said, in LA, I started in LA as a Scientologist on July, I think, 19th. 2000. By the time I got across the United States to Clearwater, Florida, that night at 1:45 in the morning, I was an activist in my head. It was just like they had done so much creepy stuff to me. It was just like they proved what the critics had been telling me. You can give them my answer. Only Osa says that Tori is Osa. Well, Scientology is insane. Thank you, Peapod. The Orowitz, wild stories. True, Peapod. Dylan Chatterton, Internet Relay Chat. It's still around, in fact. I still use it to this day. Now, that's IRC, right? Thank you for saying that, because I always forget what IRC stands for. That's it. Let me just write it down, because I always forget what it is. It's the Internet and you still use it? Wow. Those people were so great to me in the beginning, because there are all these different groups for IRC. You can go and join different things. Like there was one group where they were sort of into knitting and color. And I was really into color. I'm not into knitting, but I joined them because of the color. And I said, my name's Magoo. And they all put my name, let's say their space is like as big as this. And I would come on. I told him my story just briefly, that I'd escaped out of the cult and I'd lost all my friends and my husband of 26 years. And so I'd come onto their site and they'd go like this, Magoo, they'd have my whole name and all these different colored lights. It was so fun. And I never got to meet him, but it was just something where it was someone being kind to me, and I love color. So it was really fun. It was really fun. But I'm glad that you explained that to me. Internet Relay Chat. Dylan, well, thank you. It's still around. I didn't know you could still use it. I'm going to go see if I can find those people that use the colors. That means you are catching fire, Tori. I'm catching fire. That's good. All right. Wow. Thank you very much. That's very kind. You gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much. And Peapod gifted Tori Magoo. Thank you. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me. It does. So sweet of you. Yeah. Carly, are you from Texas? I'm just interested because it says TX. I'll tell you one place that I loved going to in Texas was Austin. It's really great. It's a great area. Anyway, thank you both. Oh, here's Christian gifted 5 memberships. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me. I always say to myself how fortunate I am to only have one Scientology location here on Long Island. Ooh, you're on Long Island. Cool. But we are loaded with Jehovah's Witness Kingdom halls. Ooh. I had a lot of JW friends growing up. You can turn them onto my videos. I'm telling you, I have gotten lots of Jehovah's Witnesses out. This one lady, one of my favorite Jehovah's Witnesses stories was this lady. I was at a gift show at the convention center, and I'm looking at jewelry, and I feel this little tap on my shoulder, and I go, yes. And this lady goes, I don't mean to interrupt you. And I go, it's okay. What's going on? And she goes, I'm a member of your YouTube site. And I said, really? What? Tell me what got you to come to my YouTube site. And she said, well, I have 2 sons that they were Jehovah's Witnesses, and I was trying to get them out, and nothing would work. There was nothing that they would look at that was about Jehovah's Witnesses. But I found your site, and they loved watching your videos, and it helped them learn about the Jehovah's Witnesses, because most cults are very similar. And they realized we're in a cult. And they left. So she said, I really want to thank you. So that was kind of neat too. I've had a lot of great stories. So sweet of you. Very sweet, Christian. Thank you. Very, very sweet. Thank you for the memberships. I didn't even get notification she was live. LOL, got notification. I got gifted a membership. Ah, Arlene, how nice. Well, that's nice. I'm glad you did. And Christian has a nice little heart. Look at this heart. There you go. That's good. Thank you, Christian. Rochelle, they are green for me. Yeah, now I see them. They're green. Tori, you are on StreamYard. If so, you don't see the green. Oh, but I am seeing the green. That's weird. I am on StreamYard, and I am seeing the green. So it is green. Hello, beautiful Queen Tori. Hello, mods from Arlene. Hi. And Junalts. Am I saying that right? Junalts? Anyway, I see members in green. Me too. I do too. You caught Lage? Low key? Yo caught Lage. Maybe I think you meant late. It's all right. You're never late here. Peapod Tori is the GOAT, which I always forget what that is, but I think it's something good. I stand alone. Good morning from your friend in Scotland. It's right. I love that. And see, I know this isn't Scottish, it's Irish, but I got my nails done today and I had one in honor of my heritage over there, which is Irish, but it's also part Scottish and part Welsh. So there you go. I'm part of you. So thank you, I stand alone. And Arlene, thank you, Carly Lee TX. All right, caught late night live. Yep, you did, low key. Okay. Moose on the loose. I love that nickname too. I never catch a live stream anymore. Just have to say you're so awesome. Thank you. Well, I'm sorry you don't catch them. I love your nickname. What's a good time for you, Moose on the loose? Would you guys like it if I did it earlier? Yeah, I need you to tell me because I don't know. I think it would be better if I do it early, but I don't know how early and what's a good time. So if any of you can tell me like what would be a good time, Pacific Standard Time. And remember, we're going to lose an hour Sunday. So don't forget that if you're in those zones. Dawn, Tori, you don't see the green color on the membership names. I do. But after the name is a circle with a star in it. Do you see that? I see both. Yeah, I do. I do. And I see them green. They are in green. Professor Kakan, for a while, rented a room in a rooming house for $5 a week. Wow. Anyone remember Big Pink on Olympic Boulevard? Me? Yeah, they had a lot of those rooming houses. I was in a few of them. I was. I forget which ones. I know mine, the one that I remember the most was on 811 Beacon Street by Celebrity Center. Oh, it was off 8th Street. And Drew and I did a little drive around to see the different, the different buildings back then. Years ago, we did it. And we pulled up to 811 Beacon Street, and I just burst out crying. And Drew was laughing. He thought I was laughing. And then he realized I was crying, and he said, "What's wrong?" And I said, "It's just realizing, back then in the 70s, a lot of people that are dead were alive then. So really dear friends of mine are dead because of Scientology. But B, also back then we had so much hope. We really thought Scientology was going to work. And it didn't. It really didn't. And for you guys that are lurking, don't keep wasting your life. I know they tell you there's nothing out here. There's tons out here. Look at all the love that's on this site. These are wonderful people. They're around the world. Don't waste your life in Scientology. Don't. And don't think you're too old to leave. You're not. All right. Thanks for streaming, Tori. You're welcome, the Orowitz. I remember you from a long time ago. Yeah, $5 a room. Wow, that's good. You deserve the best, Tori. Thanks for all you do. Thank you, Peapod. I appreciate that. Love it. So many memberships on behalf of Tori. Thank you all. Yeah, truly. She so deserves the support. She's done so much for so many people for so many years for free. True, I have 24 years. So now it's kind of a surprise. It really is. And that was the thing that DOA did help me. He came and set up PayPal and some other ones that I have. And he got on with his group of people and he said, look, this woman has been speaking out for 24 years. So open up your checkbooks and or open up your computer and donate some money. And I think I made $250 in an hour. I'd never seen anything like it. I was just like, wow. It was really amazing. It's too bad that group all kind of broke up because it was a really fun group in the beginning. And maybe we could get back together. I'm up for it. I am. Heart healer. I don't know. Top secret CIA agents could be OSA. I didn't know. That's right. Let me show you. Heart healer 44 knows. The top secret undercover CIA agent. That's what OSA told that guy. I still can't believe it. The guy was going to give him $5,000 2 Christmases ago. And they lost it because of that. I said they're liars and they hate me. And I called him the next day and I said, did they come get the $5,000? And he goes, nah. He said, I'm going to Japan. And I said, what did they say that because he came out kind of white. And he said, wow, they really hate you. And I said, I warned you. And so then I asked him and he said, well, they said you're the top secret undercover CIA agent. And I just thought, that's it. So they blew it, with their lie. Names of members will be green in the chat and they will have a badge by their name. Wow, cool. Thank you, Peapod. I appreciate that. I stand alone. Question: how does Sea Org think they are saving the planet when they're Wonder Hen, they're cleaning toilets? I can't read that word that it says, but I know I get the concept. It's like, it's a really good question, because it is, a lot of them are doing slave labor, but they do enough where they keep different people going that it's sort of like they come back, like, wow, we were in Germany and we got the German blah, blah, and this happened. And so they hear these things and then they think, well, okay, I'm cleaning the toilet, but I'll be going to Germany soon. That kind of thing. And they get enough people doing big stuff, whether it is or not. Now we kind of know it's really BS anyway. It's like, okay, so they got the Korean government or the Korean police department to use the way to happiness. It's like, does that really help anybody? Not really. Not really. It really doesn't. It's just hype. But it's a lot of hype. It really is. There's a great show on, it's on Hulu, if you have Hulu. And it's called, it's not Pleasantville, it's, I forget the name of it. It starts with a P. It's like Pleasantville in the name. It's something where I just watched the whole thing and just watched the end of it, but it's so similar to Scientology. And the other one that's really similar to Scientology is the morning show. Really similar, not to Scientology, but to just totalitarianism and what's going on in our country and everything. It's just amazing. All right, Elizabeth Glenn. Hey, Tori, it's me from Park Ridge. Oh, my hometown. Oh, I still love Park Ridge. Pickwick. I'm not surprised that you have helped people. You are a good spirit. Thank you, Elizabeth. Oh, I'm so envious that you get to live in Park Ridge. I really wonder what my life would have been had I stayed there. Because see, my parents moved out of Park Ridge up to Lake Forest, and I just flipped out. I really didn't like it. I lost all my friends, and it was kind of this rich, snotty, just not my deal. And I just went way downhill really fast. And I wonder if I had stayed in Park Ridge. I mean, I know I wouldn't have been in Scientology. I wouldn't have. It would never have happened. And I'm pretty sure I would have married a cool guy. And I've talked to some of my Park Ridge friends, and it's a different life. It is. It would have been very different. I don't regret it, but I do miss Park Ridge. I love it. Thank you for saying that, Elizabeth. Sophie. Evening, Tori. Hi, Sophie. Sorry I missed you. I've been chatting up with friends. Great to see you got memberships. I know. Isn't that exciting? I mean, it's really new for me. You missed a really good thing with somebody saying I was OSA, though. That's a first. I mean, it's not a first. I mean, I spent years with people saying I was OSA for when I first escaped out, because that was OSA there. You know, I knew, and I kept saying, look, who else was going to say I'm OSA except them? Of course they're saying I'm OSA. But boy, people bought it hook, line, and sinker until Anonymous showed up in 2008. For 8 years, I fought that. Oh, it's awful. Anyway, good evening, Sophie. Fabulous healer. Yep. Thanks for all you do, T. You are welcome, Peapod. Oh, she's saying, wait, love it, hearts. Oh, she's sending hearts to you. And thank you for all you do, T. Thank you. Thank you, Peapod. Thank you for coming and doing this and being a member. Heart healer. She's a new member. Yep. Hey, Sophie. You be late to the corner with yo. I don't know what that is. Peapod, it's an honor. Aw. Don't you dare steal Tori's radio Scientology. Okay, and Bo Beep's velvet Elvis sheep suit came back. Come to think of it now, this person probably purposely reached out to me because I'm known for asking difficult questions at times in the community. I'm not afraid to ask and appreciate you responding. Okay, well, good. That makes sense. Pretty fly for the white guy. Now that is unusual. Pretty fly for a white guy. Pretty fly for a white guy. Wow. Hi, Miss Beautiful Queen of the Gays and fellow night owl aficionado. Thank you. I am a friend of the gays. And when Scientology years ago, they tried to lie to the gay community and say, oh, Scientology welcomes the gay community. And I heard that and I thought, bullshit. And I called up my friend who was gay and had a big crowd of gay friends. And I said, look, I want you to spread this around. And I made a video about it because I really wanted people that were gay to know, no, they're not welcome. No, They're just going to take your money. Michael Pattinson was a wonderful artist who was gay, and he spent $1 million trying to fix himself, and he died. But I hope you're having a good time, Michael, wherever you are. He was a great guy. Anyway, thank you. Pretty fly for a white guy. Heart Healer 44. Hi there, Sophie. There we are. And another one of my members, Sophie. See her little thing? She's a member. So, Dawn, hi there. Okay. And here's Dawn with her little hearts. That's cute. That's good. Have a great night, all. Okay, Peapod. And peace to you. And thank you for being one of the first 2 members on my site. I really appreciate it. And donating all those. It's very kind of you. So you have a wonderful night. Thank you for being so kind. Excuse me. Well, they haven't silenced Story, but as she always says, they create their own enemies. It's true. They do. I'm going to have to take a mint. It's a throat thing. A throat lozenge. Nope, they haven't silenced me. Hey, Tori in chat. Connie B, you're not too late, and now we have memberships. So that's fun. Question. How did the Sea Org think they are saving the planet when they are... Okay, I answered that, so I must be behind. I must be way behind. Okay. Let me just go to the end. Okay, somebody asked about ET landmark. Okay, so let me go. Welcome to Plathville. No. It's it's just one word. It's not 2 words. I thought I wrote it down, but I guess I didn't. Anyway, I'll remember tomorrow night. I'm sorry. I know I wrote it down somewhere. It's not Pleasantville, but it's like a really happy town. It's really a good show. Paradise. That's it. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Brenda. Oh, thank you. Everything that I can't. Paradise. I did. I always get it mixed up with Pleasantville. Paradise. That's right. That's it. And if you don't have Hulu, which I don't, I went over to Spanky's and watched it. But what I do is I go on YouTube and I type in Paradise and interviews. And they have fabulous interviews about it too. Same for the morning show. There's some really good interviews about the morning show. Oh, Mangu, you live in Park Ridge? Really? Yeah, I grew up there. That's where I'm from. Yeah, no, that's it. Paradise. Yep. Mangu, that's cool. My parents uprooted me at 13. Yeah. Only 45 minutes away, but we had stayed where we were. My life would have been very different too. Yeah. So we have the same thing. That was exactly, I was a sophomore in high school, whatever age that is. Lost all my friends, same kind of thing, 45 minutes away. It wasn't really far, but it was too far. People weren't going to drive to either way. I didn't go there. They didn't come here. It was just, and it was awful. And it really, really put me on a bad track. It was amazing. I mean, it's why I'm in the cult. That's how I got in the cult. Paradise. Thank you, Brenda. Hi, Tori. Did you hear Scientology hired a lobby company to request for a street vacation of LRH Way? Now, wait a minute. Let's go. Hi, Tori. Did you hear Scientology hired a lobby company to request for the street vacation of LRH Way? What does that mean? I don't know what a street vacation. Do you mean like to have a vacation there or something else? It sounds like to have a vacation there. No, I didn't hear about that. If you can explain it a little more, that would be good. I love that song. Yeah, I know. They had great music in it. Stand Alone, I Stand Alone, comment. My parents were into ass, landmark, until I got them to their senses. Then they left. Good deed done. Good for you, I Stand Alone. Because I think that one's even harder because it's a little bit lighter than Scientology. So that's good. Good for you. And tell your parents congratulations. They did a good job raising you. All right. Yeah, good job. Love it, says. Connie B asks landmark. I will have to look that up. It's just, it is a fraction of Scientology. The guy that started it was in Scientology, and then he left and started his own version of Scientology. But you can look it up, just know that it's another cult. Dawn, Tori, when you were your little self, didn't you ever have to stand in the corner for being late or doing something wrong? That's what I told Sophie, to the corner with you because she was late. I had to do all kinds of stuff. My parents sent me away to a girls' Catholic boarding school in Kansas City, Missouri from Chicago because I was so crazy. So yeah, I did all kinds of crazy stuff, but I missed that comment. So that's funny. Yeah, she has to stand in the corner. Yeah, that's good. Good one. Sounds like they were searching for something standalone. Yeah, sounds like it. I know Landmark influenced by Scientology. Yeah. It'd be great if you told us, Audit LA and the city, your story on the naming of the street campaign so that we learn how Scientology operates to achieve those things. Okay, it was nothing more than Osa called me up and said, we have a project for you, and we want you to do it with Bill Yachty, who is my auditor. And I said, okay, what? And so I got with them, and they said, look, we just want our street to be named L. Ron Hubbard Way. That was it. It's like one block, one street, that's it. And I said, okay. So Yachty and I went down to the courthouse, and we saw a judge, and I think I was the main one who talked. And I said, look, it's one block, and the majority of the block is Scientology. So the guy who started it was L. Ron Hubbard, so they wanted to name it L. Ron Hubbard Way. And the guy said, okay, and he signed it off. And that was it. So it wasn't like that much more of a story unless they did stuff behind the scenes and someone else knows about that. But I don't. That's all I knew. That's all. I was the front end of it. There may have been a back end where they, had their attorneys calling them and saying so, but I kind of don't think so. I think it was me and Yachty. If it didn't work, they probably would have sicked the attorneys on them. But I think it was me and Yachty. We got it done. But it wasn't that big a deal. It is basically their street. And my thing was like, why not contain it? Then it's just one block. It isn't like all over the city. I mean, even though they have expanded, but not really. Not much. They've bought more buildings, but that's it. Hi, Eric. Tori celebrated my 38th birthday on Monday, March 3rd on her live, and she even called me on my phone. That is correct. And you didn't send me anything on when's a good time to interview you. So you have to send me something, Eric, and let me know, or I can call you, either way. All right, let's go. But happy birthday again for you. Let's go. I forgot to write question, comment. I hope Tori reads my message. Let's go. I think no, wait, it'd be great if you told us Audit LA and the city your story on the naming of the street campaign so that we could learn. Well, I could try it. I mean, I could go, but it's kind of like I don't, as you hear, I don't have like a long story on it. It wasn't like some big plan. They may have had a big plan, but I didn't see it. I wasn't aware of it. So I don't have a whole lot to tell them, except they asked me to do it. I went down there. The judge said, okay, that was it. It wasn't like some tricky thing or we were doing all this stuff. It wasn't. It was just go down and, request that we get it named that. I said, okay, I'll do it. I'll try it. So anyway, let's go. So I read your message. Mangu, I mean this as a compliment, but you come off as a lady that'd own a firearm. Ooh, really? That's from Chicago. I'm from Chicago, but no, I'm not into guns, and no, I could handle someone better than with a gun. And that you're right about. And I have. I've stopped cops. One time, right around my corner, there's Burroughs High School. And I was just happened to be walking by there when they were having a football game. And I saw these 5 cops. All of them have their hands up with batons. And there's a kid laying on the ground. And they're just about ready to all come down on him at once, right? And I literally just dove in there and went like this, no. And that was it. And they all I said, what are you thinking of? This is a young man in high school and you're going to beat him with a club? 5 of you? And they all stopped. And I don't know what ended up with the kid. I'm sure they did something with him, but they didn't beat him up. But I do stuff like that a lot, where I do stop, bullies and stuff like that, but not with a firearm. No. But you're right. I can handle a lot of shit. That's for sure. When do you sleep? I and Jessica Jessica Palmadessa, we have very similar schedules where we're up late at night and we sleep early, and I get up around 11, so I sleep a good early part of the day when a lot of people get up. I get up at 6 in the morning, not me. No. Mm-mm. I tried to go to a few of the courthouse things, but it's so hard for me to go to sleep and get up that early because they're all, of course, always at 8 in the morning. And it takes an hour to get there. And then you got to park and you got to walk in there. And it's like, ugh. Eric LeBay, you have a Tory Life birthday party. I know, that was really fun. We did have a good party. And you guys all helped. Let's go. It means they want to close the street forever. Oh, really? That's freaky. Why would they close the street forever? Oh, so the SPs can't be on there? No, I'll go down there and talk to the city council. Just let me know when. Someone has to let me know when that topic, when it's appropriate to go. I don't know on that, if they have topics or if you can go anytime or whatever. And again, I've got to do my own research on it because I don't want to go down there and just say Scientology is trying to close the street forever. I've got to have some facts on it. Like, can you send me something? Let's go, like in private message or something. Or the other thing is you can send it via email. Let's see, where's my email? There you go. That's my email. I'm bad at email, though, I will tell you. So I normally often don't see email unless you put YT, meaning YouTube. So then it'll stand out. But if you'd send me something, that would help. Okay, hello, Tori and David. Hi, Susie Alt. Catholic boarding schools are definitely an experience. Don't even get me started. I could write a whole book on that alone. I really could. I'm just being in that boarding school. When I saw Delphi, Scientology, they have a boarding school, Delphi, up in Oregon. And I went in there and I said, my God, it's just like where I was at the Catholic boarding school. It's like a prison to me. That's how it felt. Okay. Eric. My parents did an amazing birthday with me with presents and tiramisu since I love it. Oh, that's so good. I know. I love that. The stuff you got, the gifts you got were really cool too. Scientology went after Warner Earhart because of it. Yeah, because of Est. Yeah, I know. They have it. They had I don't know if they still have it, but they had an Est rundown that if you were in Est, you had to do the Est rundown before you could be in Scientology. Tori, the judge listened to you because you're awesome. Thank you. Let's go. I know. I think it's because I am basically a simple person, who I believe in common sense. And so it's just sort of like, to me, it was just common sense. It's like, it's one block. They own most of it. There's a couple of apartment buildings, but the rest of it's all owned by Scientology. So why not name it L. Ron Hubbard Way? And then it's not going all the way across town. Do you know what I mean? It's just one block. That's it. But they closing it off, no, that's not okay. Because I know why they want to close it off. They don't want us to be on there. All right. Happy belated birthday, Eric. There you go. Hey, Miss Withholdy. Oh, yeah. Hi, Miss Withholdy. Many thanks, Tori from Let's Go. You're welcome. Happy birthday, Eric. Tiramisu is always awesome to have. I know, it's a favorite for me. I love it. Aww. Everybody's wishing Eric happy birthday. See, the celebration continues. Exactly. That's why I told him it's like I always think it's sort of like a birthday week or a birthday month. It's like people can wish you happy birthday for a long time. Listening to Tori's story about a guy who gave her a ride and then wanted to be ugly with her. She doesn't need a gun. Yeah, exactly. You missed that one, but not you, Connie, but the other person that mentioned me with a gun. Let me see if he heard that story. Did you hear that story? You sound like someone. Who was it? Who said that? You sound like someone who could have a gun. I can't find it now. Well, I can't find it. So if anybody remembers who it was, anyway, you guys have heard that story. Unless somebody hasn't, and if you want to hear that, it's a good story. But you have to want to hear it again. So the celebration continues. You go, Tori. Thank you, Connie. That's a good point. Eric. I'll stay with my birthday week. Okay, that's good. That's a birthday week. That's good. The only reason I'm not mad my body woke me up early is I get to see you. Aw, that's nice. Thank you. Thank you very much. And here's Christian. Look at this. Here's one of our members. Boom. Did you see the bricks being laid by children? No, I didn't. I I was at ASHO, American St. Hill, originally, which was on Temple Street. Then I went down to Celebrity Center, which was down on A Street. That's where I helped train John Travolta. During that time, Scientology bought the complex, which is the big blue. It was I don't know. It was a hospital, and they bought that, painted it blue. It was god awful. I never even saw it until it was open. They had a grand opening, and then they invite all the public, and then we went. But no, I didn't see the kids laying the bricks. I believe them they did, because I've talked to people who did, but I didn't see it. No. I was always trying to stand up for the kids, though. I was, because it was awful, the different things, just as far as neglect, it was awful. That, they'd be there, doing their post, and the kid would be in a bassinet next to them. And I would say to the executives, these children need to have time with their parents. And they could have cared less. They just didn't care. And, people can say, well, you should have done more. Okay. And so should you. You should have done more about my epilepsy so I didn't have seizures. But you didn't, did you? I mean, I think it's ironic that Serge's husband last summer came storming down the street telling me how evil I was and how I was responsible for all of Serge's abuses. I said, I have never even heard Serge's name until a month ago. And then later I thought about it, because then Serge arrived the next night, and I said, look, I want to meet you. And he said, no. And I took a friend with me, and we both went, so I had a witness. And the friend, I said, Serge, I really want to talk to you. And he looked at me and he just went, no. And then he looked away and he just rattled all these lies about me, this and that and this and that and that. And at the end he goes, and that's it. And I said, well, okay, then that's it. And the rest is on you. And we walked away, and my friend said, that was so graceful of you, because you could have torn him apart. And I said, when someone is that hurt, I mean, because you could see he's been through a lot, and I, it's like, I don't need to add insult to injury. Do you know what I mean? He's been injured enough. But to me, the least I would do if I thought someone, because later I went home and I thought, well, I could say to him, what the fuck did you do as far as my epilepsy and having seizures? And he would go, well, I didn't know about your seizures. And I'm like, okay. And I didn't know about your abuse. I didn't. I have never, ever, in the time I was in Scientology, and I'm not saying it didn't happen, I'm saying I never saw it. I never saw an adult get audited by a child. Never. And you have to remember, we public worked all day for months and months and months and months, sometimes years, to pay for that auditing. So we're not going to let a kid audit us. When you pay $10,000, you want to have a professional auditor. And I'm not saying he wasn't or was. I'm just saying I never saw a child be audited professionally by a kid. It just didn't happen that I knew of. But he was positive it was. So, it's like, I don't even know how I got off into talking about that. But thank you. Somebody else. Username known. Hey, thank you, username unknown. Cool. And JB808 is a member. All right. Thank you. That's good. Oh, gifted 10 memberships. Thank you. Bless your heart. To all of you, all my new members. I'm so excited. This is fun for me. It really is. It's just a new thing that I really didn't know how to do it, and I didn't know if it would happen. I didn't. So it was kind of a surprise. It was like, wow, I have members. Because anyway, someone who was helping me said I should get an email saying, okay, you now you can have members. But I like I said, I'm bad with emails, and I think what happens is a lot of times with my YouTube thing, the email I think is torymagoo44@gmail.com. But the only emails I look at are torychrisman44@gmail.com. That's it. I don't look at the Tory Magoo things because there's 30 billion of them. And I just can't. I used to try to answer them and delete them. And it's just sort of like, it's too many. It's too many thousands and thousands of emails. But I think YouTube might send it through there. And I'm afraid to go there and switch it because I'm afraid I'll never get back. Yes, I'm just leaving it the way it is. Anyway, I don't know if that makes any sense. Bunker knows because he knows. He goes, oh, God, you and this email thing. We're always like, ah. Anyway, thank you very much, JB808, and for gifting me 10 memberships. You know, you want to hear something funny, though, about memberships? I knew nothing about these memberships. And I would be on someone else's site and I would see JB808 gifted 10 memberships. And I'd be on there. So then I'd think, well, maybe they'll give me one of the memberships. And no one ever did. And I don't get how that works. I mean, someone told me later that I think YouTube, because some people would say, oh, someone gifted me a membership. Thank you. And I thought, did they give it? Could I take your 10 memberships and give them to different people, or does YouTube do that? I don't know. I think someone told me YouTube does it, and that's why. But it was really a funny thing for a long time. I was like, what's the deal with this? All right, now Eric, tiramisu is always awesome to have. It's true. I love tiramisu too. Don't get me thinking about it, or I'll have to go get some. Thank you, Connie. Did you see the bricks? No, I answered that. Howdy, JB. Hey, Connie. Eric, 2 wireless microphones. That's right. And the complete series of The Office. That is fabulous. I mean, I love that. That's really great. They know their kid. It's a good gift. Excuse me, let's go. Great, I'll send you the info. Audit LA has all the info about the street thing, so I'll put her in copy too. Love it. Do you mind? Please let me know the email. I didn't see it on the screen. Oh, wait, hang on. I can show it to you right now. Here it is. It's my name, Tory, Tory, Christman, like Christ man, 44 @gmail.com. That's it. And it is, you can always see it. It's right underneath Tory Magoo 44. It says for more information. If you click on that, it'll bring up all that stuff and all the information. Don't do the Tory Magoo 44. Don't use that email. Tory Chrisman 44 is the only one I'm going to see. Hey, username known. Cool. Thank you for becoming a member. Oh, unknown. Oh, your username unknown. All right. Well, you're known now. There you go. Thank you. But make sure it's Tory Chrisman 44. All right, JB808, Tory Mark Bunker featured you on his stream for the past couple nights. I had no idea you called into Dr. Drew's show. Looking forward to your How about with Mark on Monday? Yeah, Monday we're doing a show. Yeah, I did tons of interviews. I had a media person recently, not real recently, I think last year, they called me and they said, can I ask you a question? And I said, sure. And they said, do you have some kind of an in with the media? And I said, no, why do you ask? And they said, because everywhere we look on the internet, you are getting interviewed. And I said, by, media. And I said, that's because for 8 years, the media were terrified of Scientology until Anonymous showed up in 2008. So me and three other people, there were like 4 or 5 of us that would speak out and do interviews with our name. And so I was one of them. So they would always call me and say, we have to do an interview this morning. We'll see you there at 7:00, and I'd go over there and do these hour-long interviews. And it would always be cut down to, like I said, like 15 minutes. And it'd only be like 5 minutes of me. And they would always pick out where I looked the crummiest. And whatever I said sounded really dorky. It was like, thanks. To the point where I finally, some of them I won't do anymore. Ooh. Now, what is this? Par 1138. Wow. Thanks for the great work you've been doing all the time to help prevent the public. Oh, wait. I'm going to put it up here. Wait, let's see. Why won't it go in there? To help the public from being abused by the C of S. Thank you. Thank you so much. I don't know how to get this to show it. I don't know. I don't know how to do it. How do I get it onto the thing? I know. You know what I have to do? I have to get off this. This I have to get off. Go back to comments. There we go. All right, here's JB808. Good. And here's JB808. Wait. We're gifted 10 memberships. And then this one, there you go. Thanks for the great work you've been doing all the time to help prevent the public from being abused. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. Par 1130. Is it par 1138? Is that a golfing term? I don't know. It sounds like it to me because it says par. All right. But thank you for being so generous. Enjoy the memberships. Thank you, Sieglin. And here's another member. Here we go. All right, you rascals. Tori sent you a super chat. Thanks. Ooh, cool. Oh, that's what that is. It's a super chat. Oh, there it is. I see. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for pointing that out too. That's a super chat. I'm still kind of learning the memberships, super chats. They're all like kind of new for me, but I'm happy to have them all. It's a good thing for me. All right, you guys. Eric, I'll send you a DM when we can do an interview about my journey with high functioning autism. Okay, perfect. So, and let me know whether day is better for you or night. Definitely not in the morning for me. So it has to be from like probably noon or 1 on, and preferably in the afternoon to the evening. That's my preference, but it's up to you, Eric. You let me know what'll work for you. All right, you guys. Thank you, everyone, for being so wonderful. Thank you, Love It. Thank you, Sophie, for being my moderators. Thank you all for the memberships, and to those who gifted memberships, have a great night. Yeah, thank you, all of you, for being so kind and generous. It really warms my heart in ways you can't even imagine. All right, bye. All right. Peace out. I love you guys. Have a wonderful weekend. All right. There we go.